L'alphabet français. A, A, B, B, C, C, D, D. So here's a quick review of the French alphabet and the accents if you want to prepare for your test for next week. L'alphabet français. A, A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, F, F, G, G, H, H, I, I, J, J, K, K, L, L, M, M, N, N, O, O, P, P, Q, Q, R, R, S, S, T, T, U, U, V, V, W, W, X, X, Y, Y, Z, Z. All right, so let's keep in mind that the vowels are usually what gives everybody a hard time. So in French, the vowels are like in Spanish, they're straightforward. It's one single sound, A, O, I. Okay, in English, you have what we call diphthongs, which are two sounds in one, A, O, I. Okay, when I say I, it's actually two sounds, A and I. A, I. Just faster, I. Okay, so that's called a diphthong. We don't have that in French. Okay, so we say Paris, not Paris. Okay, so watch out for those straight sounds. So A is a sound between cat and card. Like an uncle or de. I is a sound between fit and feet. O is a sound somewhere between lat, fort, and fall. U is like a E with round lips. We're about to practice on that. Okay, U does not exist in English or in Spanish. So you need to start with the position of a E and then stay everything the same, the jaw, your tongue, your teeth. Just change your lips into a round around the E position around your lips. So let's just pronounce those real quick words again. A, A, E, E, I, I, O, O, U, U. A, E, I, O, U. Okay, so you can do that exercise if it helps. All right, so the ones that are the toughest are usually E and U. Okay, the thing with when you say your mouth and your face is completely loose and slacking. Okay, when you say duh or your face is completely relaxed. Okay, that's usually that's the laziest sound produced by the human mouth and throat. You don't have to do anything but vibrate your vocal cord. You leave your face completely relaxed and just vibrate your vocal cords. Uh, Okay, if somebody asks you a question, you're like, okay, that's the sound. Okay, U, on the other hand, takes a lot of effort from your face. You have to tighten your your cheeks, your jaw, your teeth, your tongue. Okay, start with the position of a E. So E to U, everything stays the same in E. Okay, and you're just gonna round your lips. Yeah, it's gonna feel very strange. But try practicing to go from E, U. E, U. The only thing that should have moved there was your lips. They should have gone from stretch to round. If you pronounce that oo, you moved something. You moved your cheeks and you caved them in too much. Okay, so stay with everything the position of a E. So you can do that exercise for Q as well. Q, start with the word key, like your keys when you lost your keys. Okay, say key and leave everything the same, and you're gonna round your lips. Q. Okay, so try to go from key to Q. Key, Q. Key, Q. The only thing that should have moved there were your lips. They went from stretched to round. Okay, so you get to practice on those because they're not easy. And yes, everybody gets a little confused with those. Okay, O. O is a whole different thing. O, U. Okay, so O, your face is semi-relaxed, or you have round lips. Okay, U, your face tightens up, especially your cheeks starts to cave in a little bit. Okay, so things to remember, J and J are opposite. Think of Will Smith getting jiggy with it. Okay, getting jiggy. When you dance, you switch positions. J and J, they switch position. J, J. Okay, also there's no D. It's not G or J like in English. G and J. In English, there's a little D sound in front. There's none. Okay, J and J. Okay, remember that your W is to us a double V. If you picture the way it looks, okay, in your head, it does look like two V's next to each other rather than two U's next to each other. You gotta admit. Okay, so V and V, that's a W. That's your what you guys call W. Okay, one more here is R. R is really tough for foreigners because it exists in German and in French, but in Spanish or in English, the R sound is placed somewhere else in your body. So the English R is the tip of your tongue vibrating in the front of your mouth. The English R is all the way down the bottom of your throat where you have like your shirt color, you should feel it down there, R. Okay, the French air is, think of when you clear your throat, when you have something stuck in your throat and you're like, like to cough or to spit. That's the spot where you should feel it. Okay, now don't exaggerate it. It's not, okay, it's not Paris or bonjour. It's just a soft sound, Paris, bonjour. But the spot where you should feel it is the spot in the back of your mouth, top of your throat, like when you clear your mouth to cough, like okay. So try that to find that sweet spot. Just don't exaggerate it so you don't sound like a cliche. Okay. Y. Y is an exotic letter. Think of exotic. It looks like a palm tree or a lira. A lira is this instrument that comes to us from ancient Greece. So does that letter. The Latin alphabet from the Romans did not have the letter Y. They borrowed it from the Greeks. So that's called the Y. If you speak Spanish, Y. It's literally a Greek I. Okay, Y. All right, let's look at our accents in details. So pay attention to the name and look of each accent. Okay, les accents français, also called les signes orthographiques. Okay, let's talk about the French accent. Les guillemets are our French quotation marks. La cédille, la cédille is only found on the letter C. Okay, example, français, façade, garçon, leçon. Okay, that little wiggly thing causes for a k to be pronounced into a s. Okay, without it, this word would be pronounced franquet, garcon, le con, okay, facade, but with it, we have français, garçon, façade, leçon. Okay, l'accent circonflexe. L'accent circonflexe is like looks kind of like the top of a triangle. It's found on vowels A circonflexe, E circonflexe, I circonflexe, O circonflexe, U circonflexe. L'accent circonflexe, here's some example. Pâtisserie, fête, île, Jérôme, août. Le tréma. Le tréma looks like two dots. Okay, so le tréma is found of vowels. A tréma, E tréma, I tréma, O tréma, U tréma. And here's some examples. Noël, naïve. Okay, when you're naive, you believe everything people tell you, you're very innocent. Okay, Noël is the French word for Christmas. Okay, l'accent grave. L'accent grave goes downwards. Okay, l'accent grave is found on the following vowels. A accent grave, E accent grave, U accent grave. And here's some example. Très bien, very good. Où, which means where. Michel, the girl's name Michelle. And à Paris, in Paris. Okay, l'accent aigu. L'accent aigu is going upwards. You only find it on the letter E. Accent aigu is actually the most common accent setup in the French language. Okay, here are some examples. You have Élysée. We talked about les Champs-Élysées when we discussed Paris. Métro, the subway. Café, entrée, opéra. Okay, so keep it in mind to help you with the accent. Okay, an accent is not an apostrophe. An accent is on top of a letter, it changes pronunciation. An apostrophe is between letters, it replaces a letter that's missing. I do not know that O is missing, we replaced it with an apostrophe. He is absent, the I is missing, we replaced it with an apostrophe. An apostrophe is between letters. Okay, an accent is something different. It's on top, it's part of the letter. Okay, so write elite or fiancé. Okay, do not write E apostrophe lit. That's not it. Okay, fiancé, that accent is on top of the accent aigu. Do not write fiance and then an apostrophe at the end. Okay, that's very important. I see that mistake a lot. Okay, so no, not an apostrophe when you're supposed to put an accent. Also, the accents in French are clearly going upwards or downwards. They're never flat. Okay, some other signs you might have noticed when we discuss signs. This is the symbol for euros, which is the money used in France. Just like you guys have a dollar sign, we have this E with two bars in the center. This here is in a few cases some letters kind of blend in together, the letter O and E. For instance, on the word cœur, heart, or sœur, sister, it's nothing complicated. All you have to do is just put the letters closer together. So we're not going to really discuss that one. Okay, so les accents, to recap, les guillemets, la cédille, l'accent circonflexe, le tréma, l'accent grave, l'accent aigu. And here's a couple of silly little tricks to remember those. Tréma. Think of this. If you trim a line, you get two dots. The tréma is a trimmed line, which became two dots. Grave. L'accent grave is going down into the ground like a grave. Okay, a grave is down in the ground. aigu, think of the last letter of aigu. The last letter here of aigu is the word U, like up, up. Aigu, up. Okay, so think of that last letter here telling you to go up. Circonflexe, if you want to get into the fancy meaning of that word that comes from Latin, circumflex means a circle that was flexed. Flex is to bend. Okay, so a bent circle. If you want a silly thought in your head, think of broken cornflakes. Okay, if you break them, they look like a broken line or a broken circle. Okay, think of cornflakes, accent circonflexe. Okay, and finally, la cédille. That one is easy to remember because it starts with the letter C, it goes on the letter C, and it looks like a tiny, teeny reversed C underneath the letter. If you think about it, it looks like a little tiny C, right? But it's reversed. And it goes on the letter C, and the word cédille starts with the letter C. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit to remember in case you need the handouts again. Okay, here they are. You can take a screenshot so you can print it. That's what we just discussed.